If you're going to build something from nothing, you've got to know what really works. I took a $1,000 loan and built a $5 billion business, and now I make smart investments in new businesses on Shark Tank. This is Barbara Corcoran, and you're listening to Business Unusual. Today on Business Unusual, I'll answer your questions about business, motivation, life, or anything else on your mind. But first, so you've gotten a job as an intern, and you want to prove yourself the perfect student, learn what you can learn, and hope to get the job offer. Well, I can tell you that being the perfect student has nothing to do with getting the job offer, because at work, it's all about attitude and what you can actually do for the company that gets you the job offer. In school, everything is about how smart you are and getting the perfect grade and doing your homework. But at work, it's all about how fast you can move, how quickly you could get the job done, and what creative way you could think of to do it even better. That has nothing to do with what you learn in school. It has everything to do with what you're about to learn about in the workplace. How do you do, not how do you learn? Everything about you in your new job should reflect a positive attitude if you want to get ahead, especially in a corporate environment where it's easy to get lost in the shuffle of too many people. You need to be the one individual in the large corporation that radiates positivity, that as you go by, people go, wow, that kid's amazing. That's the report card you want to hear about in the workplace. Next, you need to be eager to learn and always offer help without being asked. I can tell you as a boss, the individual that comes up and offers help without me even thinking about it, I fall in love with. You need to dress one notch better than your competition to show them you mean business. So if everyone else is dressing well, you want to dress a notch above well to show them that you're a little bit sharper than the next competitor. Toward the end of your internship, here are a few things you should be doing. Make sure you make an appointment with your boss and express gratitude and make your gratitude genuine. How do you do that? You do it on a personal basis. Hey, I've loved working here at this big company, but I have to tell you, I learned the most from you. For example, if you have an internship in the television business, you might say to your boss, I learned from you to always produce a little extra work because you gave me the attitude that you would welcome it. I learned from you how you treated everybody with even hands, and you made us all feel so important to the organization, even though we were just interns. Find the one or two things that boss really did well and make sure you tell them about it. That's called a genuine compliment. After you leave your job, you want to follow up over the long haul, and you want to do it in an appropriate way. One way that I appreciate people following up with me is simply thinking about me on topics that I'm interested in. So sending your boss a clip from something you read that interests him personally is a smart way to stay in touch. Not asking for anything, but simply with a note saying, thought you might be interested. That gets you in his mind on a regular basis, maybe every 3 to 6 months. The most important thing, other than attitude and dressing for success, that you can do in your new position is to over-deliver on what you promise. If you want to endear yourself to any department head or boss, the smartest and easiest way to do it is to deliver more than what they asked you for. So, for example, if you're in the TV business and you're working as an assistant young producer and they ask you for 5 bullet points that they want to cover on a news section, give them 10 and say to your boss, I just gave you extra because I thought you might want to choose a few more. Boy, does that make an impression. Most people that only deliver exactly what they're asked wind up being mediocre. It's the individual from the get-go that over-delivers on everything they're asked that always gets ahead. And now it's time to answer your questions on Business Unusual.
Hey, Barbara. Love the podcast. This is Miguel from Tulsa. I want to know, what's your personal approach to conquer procrastination? Thanks.
The first step is recognizing procrastination for exactly what it is. It's quiet fear. It's the kind of stuff that gets in your stomach and makes you stall day in and day out. I'll do it tomorrow. Believe you me, everyone procrastinates about something. But if you're starting a business, procrastination keeps you from the total opportunity of having a dream come true. So I say sit down Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? And then think of a solution for each of those fears. Most fears are not based on logic. They're purely emotional, and there's something about addressing each one that moves it to the side. After that, just get out and get it started. When you're in motion, it's so much easier to get over obstacles. When you're sitting at your desk, you'll find every reason in the world not to do something.
Hi, this is Ed from Sacramento, and I've heard you say that business plans are overrated. Tell me why you think that, and is it always true? Thanks.
Most definitely, Ed. The problem with writing a terrific business plan is you start to believe that it will actually work. I, for one, have never seen a business plan work. All it really is a theory on what you would do and what might happen if you happen to might start a business. And this is what's wrong with it. You don't start the business. The kind of business plan I believe in is visualizing all the success you want in life in total living color. Think about what you'll be doing when you're successful. Think about how your family and friends will respond. Think about the options you'll actually have, and get that picture firmly in your head. That's a motivational business plan. With that picture in your head that you look at every day and fill in more pieces of, you will get your butt out there and get it going. In short, you need a business plan that motivates you, that gets you to get up and get it going, not just something that looks pretty on paper. And that's all the questions we have time for today. If you have a question, tweet it at Barbara Corcoran, and I may just answer it on a future episode. You've been listening to Business Unusual with me, Barbara Corcoran. Come back next week to hear more steps and missteps I took on the path to success on Business Unusual. Business Unusual is part of the iHeartRadio podcast network. Be sure to follow Business Unusual on iHeartRadio or subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Our executive producer is Sandy Smolens for Audiation. Our mixer is Dave Savage. Chris Peterson is Senior Vice President of Podcasts for iHeartRadio.